There really is no place like it. The Rangateke River is known for its scenic vistas and pristine environment. But look a little closer, and this native flora isn't quite as healthy as it seems. It's in a battle for its very survival, as a blanket of foreign and noxious weed suffocates the bush.
So okay, here we have Old Man's Bed, climbing up another one of our native trees. This one is a nio. Where we are in the Rangateke, we've got locally endemic species get smothered like this all the time, and we're even down to only about 150 of one of our species, Alaria gardneri, and you know, this is what happens. Old Man's Bed gets on top of it. So how do we know it's Old Man's Bed when we look at a shrub covered in a vine? Is it a native? Is it invasive? Is it Old Man's Bed? Well, Old Man's Bed, stem like this, purpley, ribbed, it's quite strong when you try and grab it and twist it. And it has these 5 leaflets. So that makes it the Old Man's Bed identification. It's called Old Man's Bed because of what happens after flowering. So the seed head and the massive seed heads look like a fluffy Old Man's Bed. So Old Man's Bed was brought to the country probably nearly 100 years ago for one purpose, to look good in gardens and to be used for floral arranging. And one of the places it was first introduced was Taihape, which is a place just near here. And it didn't take long for the plant that was grown in a garden to become a menace to the bush and the riversides nearby. So it hasn't just spread from Taihape to the bush around Taihape, it's spread now throughout pretty much the whole country. So from Whangarei down to Invercargill, this plant is starting to dominate and transform areas of native bush, river edges, even far up into mountainous regions now.
But this native bush choker may have met its match. In a world first, Horizons Regional Council, along with the National Biocontrol Collective, will use an imported mite, a type of insect, to take on Old Man's Bed.
And this is pretty ugly. This is what they look like close up under an electron microscope rather than just a little white maggot. We've got something that probably Peter Jackson would love to add into a monster movie. We've got disgusting mouth parts, all the bits and bobs you need to live inside a plant, antagonise it and steal all the goodness that the plant produces. That's just come out of testing and just got the tick of approval. It's the Old Man's Bed bud gall forming mite. So it comes from Serbia and it creates galls, which is a giant growth inside the plant. So the plant sends its energy because the mites antagonise the plant. The energy goes to the gall area and produces a big, ugly growth. And that ugly growth is important because it stops the growth of the rest of the plant. So we can have less seeding, less smothering, less vigorous plants, so that our natives will be able to not just coexist, but probably have the balance restored to what it used to be before Old Man's Bed. Trucklet on the skyline.
Conservationists have been locked in a fight against Old Man's Bed using pesticides for decades. Horizons alone spending $500,000 every year battling the tenacious vine. But spraying and cutting the weed isn't always possible.
Behind me, you're going to see places where we can't beat it. It's too costly. The chemicals are going to kill the trees we actually want to look after. So we have to pull away from areas like this. And to date, our attempt to use biological control instead of chemicals hasn't given us the result we've really wanted.
For some, the idea of introducing a foreign bug to control a foreign weed might seem dangerous, but there's been rigorous testing.
So the Old Man's Bed gall mite only eats this. How do we know that? Because we did host testing and host range testing. So we took our native plants to Serbia and we brought the bug to New Zealand inside containment and put our native plants in the same area, same environment. Did the mite profit? Did it eat our native? And did it have future generations? And through that testing, we're able to show that it's only going to be a problem to Old Man's Bed. talk about significant. We get the first opportunity to see old man's beard diminish in our neck of the woods, but we also get the opportunity to champion this agent to our community groups as well. And you know, it's all about not just getting rid of this, it's also about protecting our valued and locally endemic biodiversity. So you know, we're excited about this. This is going to be great.
The mite will be brought in from its Northern Hemisphere home early next year, with plans to introduce it soon after. Alexander Robertson, Local Focus.